So here is the agenda. As I said, presentation of the NeuroHack groups, of your groups, then agenda for the event. I'm putting as of today because although we are almost final with the groups, there can still be one or two. Let me just welcome some more people in the meeting, sorry. All right, coming back to my screen. Okay. So yeah, as I said, this is the almost final list, but there might be other people joining. So same thing for the agenda. We are still waiting for one or two confirmations, so it's the agenda as of today. I will present to you the material I have prepared along with my colleagues in all partner TTOs and with some of the presenters that will be at the event, like Steve Foster from Colorado State University, or Sue Tonks, which is a communication professional from the UK. Then I will present the NDA agreement that you will all have to sign in order to assist your NeuroHack. So this is mandatory. And then it will be time for questions. Okay, so first let me tell you that all information, and this you should recognize as well, are on our website, SAME Street. If you don't recognize this, please do register to this website as this is where everything happens, all the information is given, etc. If you go to this tab, NeuroHack, and you go all the way down, you've got the NDA, you've got the group members, you've got the agenda, and you've got the materials. So let's have a look.
I'm sorry,
first.
I'm sharing something.
Do you not see my screen?
Am I the only one?
Okay, I can try to do it again.
I can see it.
All right, I'll do it one more time. Maybe there was a flow.
I might be the only one.
Right. Are you seeing it now, or?
Yes, thank you.
All right.
Yes.
So I was saying all the files are on the website, and we'll start with the group members. So here are the groups. So group one with group leader Julia Fitz from Max Planck, Munich. The subject is neurodegenerative diseases such as Alzheimer detected by pupil movements. The future is now. And group members are Konrad Kluwak from Politechnika Wrocławska, Julia Karska from Uniwersytet Medyczny, and Paulina Kusztelak from Uniwersytet Przyrodniczy in Wrocław. Group number two, Moritz Enker from Erasmus MC, subject a deep learning AI avatar based on a brain-powered device for nutrition and healing through recreation. And the group member, Sergiej Trotsky from Politechnika Wrocławska, Konrad Patinsky, which is a professional I know, but I still put your Warsaw School of Economics as a degree and working for an IT company, and Mateusz Stachowicz, which is also a professional consultant in AI, but I also put your University of Economics in Katowice as your degree. Group three, Benjamin Nurek, streamline lab work and much more, monitor cells and animal experiments with your mobile phone. And here the group member are Natalia Gonkiewicz from Uniwersytet Przyrodniczy, Karolina Cierluk from our institute, and Kasia Terejko also from our institute. Group four, Bartosz Glinicki, The subject is a revolution to adapt the microscale imaging methods used in astronomy to the microscale used in life sciences. And the group members are Marek Kotas from the Hirschfeld Institute of Immunology and Experimental Therapy, and Urszula Włodkowska, from the Nensky Institute of Experimental Biology in Warsaw. Group 5, the group leader is Eva Mrowczynska from our institute, and the subject is a tool to overcome social media addiction, a 21st century phenomenon that is both a blessing and a curse. And the group members are Miłosz Czapła from Politechnika Wrocławska and Bernadetta Okołowicz from the Uniwersytet Przyrodniczy in Wrocław. And the final group, Group 6, with the group leader Raul Gorav, and the subject innovative early detection of Parkinson's disease and related disorders using automatically using AI imaging. And the group members, Ewelina Tomana from Politechnika Wrocławska, Ania Zawiska also for Politechnika Wrocławska, and there is also one undecided person which will decide in the coming days here. So as I said, your groups are either of 3 or 4 people, and we may have 1 or 2 more popping up next month. Feel free to ask if you have any question, by the way. Okay, let's go to the agenda now. So the meeting is happening from the 18th to the 20th at our institute. Somebody just joined. I will let him in. Sorry. Oh, that should be okay. All right. Sorry about that. Going back to the presentation. All right. Sorry about that. Okay. So here is the morning session. So for the morning session on the first day, we have Judith Schweimer from Boehringer Ingelheim and Ania Rajewska from the Foundation Orchidea in Poznań. So Judith is representing the big pharma and will give you the overview from Boehringer, and Ania is representing the patient and the doctors, and this is for you to have like the view from the patient, really, which are the target of all of your projects. Every time I put interactive presentation and group work, at the end of the day, this is a NeuroHack, so you will have to get advice from these professionals, but also work together to achieve the goal of presenting on the last day. I should say as well that all TTOs from all partner institutes, Paris, Rotterdam, and Munich, will go around the tables to provide advice during the group sessions. In the afternoon, here, not confirmed yet, but we'll have a neuroscientist representative and same kind of format, and then a social event in the evening. Then on the second day, the morning session will be driven by Steve Forster, as I said, from Colorado State, which is the head of licensing at Colorado State. He has a lot of experience in building startups and helping in licensing in the US. And then we've got 2 startup representatives, Piotr Krajewski and Kaciarina Stankiewicz. Piotr is from Cancer Center AI, which is a startup in Wrocław using AI to deal with cancer images. And Katarzyna Stankiewicz is from the Cognity.com, which is a startup from Warsaw in neurology. Again, same kind of format. Please use this professional as the best as you can, and then work on your subject. In the afternoon, on Tuesday, there will be a session by Sue Tonks, which is a trainer and networking and leadership and management from the UK. She's a business communication professional, and she will help you to draft your pitch, basically. This will be followed by dry runs, and then in the evening, a social event. Last day, there will be a last session by Ali Jawed, which is neuroscientist, innovator, and medical doctor. He has 3 hats. And after that, most importantly, you will present, so you will pitch. You will have 5 minutes to pitch your project. And then a jury will award the best group. So there will be closing remarks and an award ceremony. And then this should finish at around 2. Okay, now I will show you the material. So I have prepared 4 exercises for you. The first one being the market opportunity navigator. This is the first step where in transfer of technology where we start normally, and it's written where to play. So basically it's 2 steps for discovering your most valuable opportunities. So it starts like this. In your groups, you will list the project's core abilities or technical elements. You take your project ID and then you list the core technical elements of this ID in these tables. Relatively easy. Then you identify your market opportunities. So from there, you put 1, 2, 3 applications, and then you start listing who are your customers for this application, who are your customers for that application, who are your customers for that application. So this is what you can offer with the abilities, the technical element you just listed before. Then you will put this 1 or 2 or 3 market opportunity in this box, basically. And for each market opportunity here, you will work in your groups to assess the potential and the challenges. You will all have to do a sticker, basically with a color, and you will place for every criteria if it's either low, middle, high, or super high. So for example, compelling reason to buy. Does it solve an unmet need? Is it an effective solution? Is it better than current solutions? If in my opinion, at all these questions, I answer very high, I put my sticker here. If it's low, I put my sticker here, etc., etc. And then you brainstorm and you arrive to an average on the final potential arrow and challenge arrows, which allow to put your results on such a map. Here you've got the potential, here you've got the challenge. And basically, if you have low potential and low challenge, well, that's what we call a quick win, but that doesn't really fit the purpose because that will have, of course, low potential. If you have low challenge but high potential, it's what we call a gold mine. And here is what you should look at, basically. Having very low hurdles but super high potential. You could also have high potential and high challenge. This is what we call a moonshot, because it is super interesting, but you will get a lot of hurdles. And of course, you don't want to be in that category, which is questionable. Okay, then the second exercise, what we call customer profile. In this exercise, we want to arrive to what we call a value proposition, the value a company promises to deliver to customers should they choose to buy their product. So here is, what do I offer? You work toward the definition of the value proposition. So here you've got several steps. First, you have to define the jobs to be done. Jobs to be done by your project can be functional. The task uses the user seek to accomplish. So this is the one people mostly think about. But it can also be emotional, like how the user wants to feel when he uses, like, for example, an app, or it can be social, how the user wants to be perceived by other people. Once you have defined the jobs to be done, then you go on to the green here, the triggering events and the problem and pains. What triggers the development of your project? Do customers have bad experience? Do they want to change something in an environment? Blah, blah, blah. Problems and pains, anything that prevents the customer from getting a job done, negative emotion, undesired situation, cost and risks. So this should be assessed. Here in purple, you have the context and situation. Yes, of course. So, like, what is the context in which you're developing? What are the key property of the context? And then the alternatives. What are your competitors? What are the alternative solutions? What are the substitutes? Of course, you also have to consider the negative things, which are the inertia and the friction. So the inertia is everything that keeps customers from trying new solution, like habits, switching costs, status quo, whatever. And friction, anything that creates uncertainty when trying a new solution, like, do you have to create new habits, for example, for them to switch to your solution? And finally, on the pull side, you've got the criteria of your customers, the must-have, what your product must have to attract the customers. And then the desired outcomes, of course, the outcomes that the customer is looking for. What does the customer life looks like when the problem is solved? And the desires and gains, which are things that delight your customers, and unexpected benefits, for example, of your solution. So this is the table I just showed you in a drawing, basically. So this you will have to fill, and from there you arrive to the value proposition. So on the left side you've got your products and services. So here you list your products or services, and on the right side you've got the benefits and value, which is your value proposition. The benefits being the things that the customer can accomplish because of the feature of your products, and the value, this is what drives the customer to make buying decisions, why your product is important to your customer. Also included here are the differentiations. This is more marketing. How do you differentiate from your competitors? And brochure headline. It's always good to have like a sort of design marketing ID. So in order to be clear, this is a really nice example of a value proposition. We help X do Y by doing Z. This is what you should be able to draft after this second exercise. The third exercise is for the advanced group. You will advance at different pace, and should you be advanced enough, you can start on this one. If you're not advanced enough, you will switch directly to the fourth exercise. So the third exercise is about a business model canvas. So now we go to how do I operate my project. So here you have your value proposition that you just drafted in the middle. And then you need to define on the right your customer relationships, your channels, and your customer segments. On the left, your key activities, your key resources, and your key partners. And at the bottom, your costs and your revenues. I'm not going to go into detail in all of this. Feel free to read what's in this slide for more explanation on every categories. As it is, in our opinion, an advanced exercise, we'll talk about it during the events should you happen to work on it. But for now, just like have a look if you want. If you have any question, please feel free. And of course, the fourth exercise is the pitching. So how do I convey the message? So here I've put for you, for your information, like Simon Sinek's golden circle, sorry. And it is what are why. And you see the why is the one which is in the middle and the most important, because what every organization on the planet know what they do. Like normally you should know what you what you do, or else there is a problem. How? Some organizations know how they do it. These are things that make them special and that sets them apart from the competition. So that's a bit more refined, but still normally people know how they do things, yeah. But the why is when people get tricked mostly. Like very few organizations know why they do what they do. Why is not about making money, that's the results. Why is a purpose, cause, belief, like the very reason your organization exists. And like strangely speaking, this is what people have a really hard time to define. So the pitch canvas is this way. You open your slide deck with an impact opening, simple statements of what change you and your products and your products are making to the world. What change are you bringing? So it should be impactful. It should be like visually appealing. This is your first slide. Then this, and you've seen I've highlighted twice because this is one of the most important things of your slide deck, is what problem are you solving for your customer? You should start with the problem always. What are the pain points? Who are your buyers? And only then you go to the product, but the product should not dominate the pitch. So basically, what do your product do? Then product demonstration, if you have it. If you don't, you skip this step. Show you have researched the market. Here you put your competition, market size, etc. Business model, if you have it. How will you do what you say you will do? What advancements are needed? Intellectual property, do you have any? And what's competitive IP look like? And then another main slide on your slide deck, the team. Your team experience goes here, and the team is essential. And then investment, how much are you looking for? How many and what type of investors? What milestone? What will be the investment you be used for? And then finally, an end statement, a call to action with an impact closing as well. For this, you have 5 minutes, which flies like crazy. Finally, here, for a reminder to you, I put to you the 3 most reasons why investors make investments, like generally. The first reason being the team. Then you've got the market, and then you've got the technology, which only arrives in third position. Okay, so that's the material we have prepared for you. And finally, I want to show you the NDA. So here is a document you will all have to sign before entering the room. It states basically that due to the fact that during NeuroHack, the participants may encounter proprietary information associated with various projects developed by Port or other partners or participants, the participants shall uphold the confidentiality of both the proprietary information and various documents related to projects, notwithstanding the manner in which information is made available. Use the information within the designated parameter of discussion and different events conducted during NeuroHack only, consequently refraining from divulging the information for personal use or on behalf of third parties, refraining from divulging the information directly or indirectly to any third parties, return any and all copies of the information, including any means on which the information is contained, with an exception of one copy that the participant is allowed to retain. And then the obligation of non-disclosure and use restriction shall not apply to the extent that it is or become generally available to the public. It is or become known to the participants on a non-confidential basis from a third party having the legal right to make such disclosure, was lawfully in the participant possession prior or at the time of the NeuroHack, or was or is independently developed by or on behalf of the participant without the aid, application, or use of the information. Consent to the formation obligation for a duration of 5 years. So if you have any question, please feel free to ask. You've got this NDA on the website at your disposition. Right. I think I've said everything I wanted. Now, do you have any questions? Is something unclear? Please feel free to rise. Any doubts you may have, any questions you want to say?
Are you going to exchange contact information between team members before the event?
Sure. This is another element I should have said. So on the platform, hang on, I will share my screen again. On the SAME-NeuroID platform, you can exchange with each other. Everybody should be registered here. You can either contact in conversation, set meetings here, so you have access to your group members. I strongly suggest the group leader to organize meetings with the other members of the groups via the platform. This is done for this purpose, basically, so that we don't have to share like all the email addresses. Yeah. So yeah, you have around 1.5 months now until the event, so you can talk with each other about the materials, about the projects, etc. I mean, it'll be good that you do not like meet on Monday at 9. So yeah. Does that answer your question, Conrad?
Yes, thank you.
All right. So yeah, about organization, feel free to ask me as well. Anya's got a question. Yes.
Yes, hello. I have the questions actually. The first one is about the ultimate goal of the NeuroHack.
Sure.
So the presentations, I suppose that there is a winner group, but what's the ultimate goal? What do we do with the potential project slash product? So that's the first question. And the second one is if in the working group, a group leader is an expert in the medical field. Because if the group is mixed, like, you know, people from like me with the technical background, I or the group will need somebody who's an expert in the medical field.
So,
Otherwise, you know,
yeah,
or we can read some
see your point.
some documents, but I suppose that this is not the goal. Thank you.
So, to some extent, I would say all the leaders are experts in the medical field. that'll be my my the first answer to your second questions. They are all neuroscientists from every institute and all connected to medical science. So shouldn't be a problem at all. And yes, we rather tried to, as you've seen on the different groups, to have different specialties than the group leaders. So you kind of complement as much as possible. I have to say, I still have a meeting, for example, with SVPS University coming next week to get like psychology people. So I'll see how it goes. But you've got medical students, you've got AI students, IT students, economic, business. So that should like do a really good brainstorm, I would say, inside your groups. Yeah. And the second question, what is the ultimate goal? Well, if I did not explain this clearly, I'll say it again. The aim, of course, of the events only is to arrive to this pitching in front of a panel of professionals, and there will be a award ceremony, etc. And this is where the NeuroHack as an event ends. Now, what's happening after the event is out of our hands, basically, as organizers, but every leader groups can continue working, should they continue working with the help of their own transfer technology office. Meaning that we've got Eva and Bartek on our side. Should their project continue on at Port, we'll see how this is continued with our own TTOs, and the same thing will happen in Paris, Rotterdam, and Munich. But we do not carry on after the ceremony per se. Does that answer your question, Anya?
Yes, thank you.
Any other questions?
I have a question to follow
Yes.
up on Konrad as well. Like I was already checking out the conversation, like starting a conversation with a group member, but I can't find my group members on the platform. So does that mean that they haven't registered yet, or will that become available?
That could be a thing. I don't know if it's because they haven't registered. So that could be something. So again, my message to you all: please register to some match treats because that's our communication tool. Moritz, I will investigate a little bit and get back to you with this. No, I mean, it's really hard to see if everybody has registered, but normally they should be there, and you can just drop a group message, or even like if you want to organize a private meeting on Teams as well, you can just like do it via our platform and then organize it outside. It's also not a problem. I mean, but yeah, I do encourage you to use the platform to to meet, basically. Okay, so last point, maybe if that wasn't clear for everybody, this is the first information meeting. You do not have to be present at the second. You can if you want, it's no problem. But it'll be just a repeat of what I just said. I've put 2 meetings because trying to find a time for everybody would have been a nightmare. Now, if you count everybody, it's around more than 25, 28 people. So organizing it for everybody is an organization headache. But yeah, should you have any question before the meeting happens, technical, organizational, etc., I am available by mail, by phone. To do contact me, and we'll see what we can do. And I am really looking forward to see you all in Wrocław. Okay, so I think if no other questions, that's a wrap up. Thank you, everybody, and and I shall see you on Monday in NeuroHack if you don't contact me before. All right, have a good day, everybody.
Bye.
You too.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.